You guys are falling apart. I'm worried about both of you.
Well, I'm evidently working toward dentures, Johnny.
Johnny, this is what you have to look forward to.
I didn't change diapers, but I scooped some cat litter. We've gone to the dogs.
Here comes the cat too. So
He's like Commonwealth Vicar over there. Got all these animals. I feel like we can change our name to the $100 peddlers. I don't know if we're millionaires yet. Wes, I just envision you at estate sales just like secretly shoving kids aside for all these toys.
So yeah, your mom said she needed you. This is an unsolicited plug here. Johnny, I'll go ahead and let you look at that.
What is it?
Gross. You like that, don't you?
I'll continue to play the pool for everybody's entertainment.
You're a better man than us, Stewart.
He does take it well.
Yeah, maybe I'll use my phone next week and go outside or something for a change of scenery. Yeah, you never know when a gem will pop out.
Poor Stewart needs a nap.
Flying can be an adventure.
Can it be a Franklin Hill adventure?
Well,
Johnny, I kind of like the microphone up here.
I want to get really fancy and get one of those like holders, you know.
Hey everybody, it's KZ106.
It's Johnny after dark. Dr. Stu Little.
That's our goal, microphone sponsorship. Gives us a certain je ne sais quoi.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Finder Flippers Resell Podcast.
What is up, guys? Wes, great new background.
Hey, appreciate that. I worked really hard on that. It's self-built, so here we go.
I love that your wife lets you have toys in the bedroom. That's exciting.
Well, she really didn't let me have it. I just snuck them in here today. So she's in there watching she's watching TV, so I may have to, put them back in my bin. So
well then
on the flip side of that, it's same crummy background for me. So
well, we need to have a little change, a little turn of the camera or something, Stewart. It's all about keeping it fresh, right, Johnny?
Yeah, that's right. And I was going to say thank you to our 76 subscribers, but now that I know, Wes, that your wife has yet to see the toys, thank you to our 75 subscribers. We appreciate all you guys.
Well, I will say this, Johnny, the picture I've done most of my podcast with, I think it's going away. She talked about wanting to donate it back to Goodwill.
Oh,
so I may have an excuse now. See, but this is a work in progress. We've got, Buzz Lightyear over here. You can see him and some other things. So
yeah, and while we're talking, Wes, shout out a couple of our more recent subscribers and people who've left comments. We have Esme Loves Vintage here who commented on one of our last couple of videos, and she said she was subscriber number 70 just because of our hilarious intros we do. So I think it's definitely a given. That's most people's favorite parts of our videos are the intros, and you do a really good job putting those together. But thanks to her for leaving that comment, and thanks to subscribing.
For sure. Well, that just tells me we mess up a lot.
And then we have Right Selections who commented, and I really like this person because they said poor Stewart.
Poor Stewart.
Show guys. So.
It must be a relative, huh, Johnny? That must be one.
Yeah. I like that we're at the point where people know what number subscriber they are.
We ought to start sending them their number. Here, thanks for being number 76.
And
then someone unsubscribes and we have to trade out their numbers.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have the Hall of Shame. We'll call out people who've unsubscribed if we can figure that out. So
well, and it's the good thing to say about it is if you want to get a mention on here, leave us a comment.
Yep.
And we'll shout you out. And we just thank you so much for watching. So we'll just start taking a segment and mention people that give us some comments on here and shout you out.
Yeah, and just one more, because I know they've commented on several of our videos. Breeze Flippers, thanks. They always are real engaged with in the content in the comment section. So appreciate them leaving a comment. And yeah, thanks to everybody who's liked and subscribed. We are up to 76 subscribers now. So hopefully we're past the point of no return on 70. hopefully we don't lose 7 subscribers. So I know it's kind of a stereo. You get right at 70, 71. You always run that danger of dropping back down.
But nobody's counting, are we?
We're on the road to 80 now. So here we come, 80 subscribers. So yeah, big shout out to everybody who's watched the videos, and glad y'all are liking them. And it's gone for 5 days.
Well, you were gone for a very important reason. Let's talk about it, Stewart. Let everybody know where you went and why you went there.
Well, I went to Houston, Texas to visit my first grandson. So very exciting. Got to spend, I think, 5 days over there, and had my selling kept up. I sold 20 things while I was over in Texas. So, you got to keep making money even when you're not at home.
That's awesome, man.
eBay has that. They don't call it vacation mode anymore. It's called time away. And you have 2 different options. You can either pause sales for if you're going to be gone. I think it's more than, is it 2 weeks? I think it's somewhere around in there, 10, 15 days anyway. If you're going to be gone more than that. If you're going to be gone less than that, you can just put in the time you're going to start being away and then when you're going to come back. And it automatically extends the handling time on all your listings. So you don't have to go do a mass update or anything. And because, the trick used to be you'd go in and do a mass update and have to change your handling time on every listing. But when you do that, it automatically updates handling time to whatever, however many days are in the range that you put in there for time away. So I did that for eBay. For Etsy, kind of similar, but it's not as quite as automated. I didn't turn on any kind of vacation mode on Etsy. I just went into each of my shipping policies. I think I have 6 of them. And I just changed my handling from 1 to 2 days to 5 to 6 days. So, it automatically gave the people a message that I wouldn't be shipping until tomorrow, although I got everything out today. Then Macari, I didn't do anything with Macari. I just, I don't sell that much on there. I think I did sell one thing, and I just messaged the person when they bought it and said, hey, I won't be able to ship this out till Tuesday of next week. If you want to cancel it, just let me know. And they messaged back, said, no, that's cool. And then Poshmark, kind of the same thing. I didn't do anything, and I actually sold the most on Poshmark while I was gone. I just messaged each person as they bought it, and same thing, and they all messaged back, so no, that's fine. Although I think you have 3 days to ship on Poshmark anyway. I mean, then they start fussing at you a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Facebook Marketplace, once again, didn't do anything at all. I didn't sell anything there either. Then the only, Whatnot, I don't really sell much on the Buy It Now, so I didn't do anything with that. Then the Knickknacks or District, I did sell 3 things on there. The same thing, I just messaged the people. So I didn't put any of the stores on vacation mode. I just tried to communicate with people when they bought things. So, and it seemed to work out. So I got everything packaged up today when I got up and took it to the post office.
20 things, that's pretty good. I mean, time away, that's a pretty good run.
Yeah, it was a 5-day window, but when you have your handling time stretched out, I'm sure eBay doesn't. You probably fall down in the algorithm just a little bit, I would think. But yeah, I was happy. I mean, it would have been a busy weekend, I guess, but that was Thursday to Monday. I sold the 20 things. So yeah, I was happy with it. And, I was glad I got to go over there and, not have to worry about anything for those 5 days, really. And
so what's it like holding your brand new grandbaby?
Man, it was awesome. And it's funny because Amy went last week. So, and I mean, the baby's only a little over 2 weeks old now, about 2.5 weeks. And so Amy was literally there for the first week of its life. And I mean, Harry hardly opened his eyes the whole time she was there. I mean, so she held him a lot, but he didn't do anything. Now, I'm not going to say he did a ton while I was there, but he was definitely alert, and he was awake most of the time. And when they put him on his tummy, he was actually holding his head up, or he wasn't holding it up. He was trying to hold it up. Although it's funny, their head's so heavy, so he'd try to lift his head up, and his butt would go like this. But yeah, it was fun.
Were you able to change any diapers yet?
I did not change any diapers this time. So they're pretty.
Darn.
My daughter and son-in-law were both pretty. They never asked me to, and I will have to say I didn't volunteer. I held the baby a lot, and I fed the baby quite a bit, but I did not change any diapers. But I will say, with 4 kids, I've changed my share of diapers in my life. So I'm sure it's like riding a bike, but.
That's the best part about being a granddad, though. You're like, oh, here you go.
Yeah, that's a bike I'd prefer not to get back on again.
I don't want to get back on that bike either.
We didn't do a whole lot. I mean, you just don't. I would walk in the morning. I would get up and walk at 7:30. It was only 88 at 7:30.
Yeah. I was in San Antonio about this time last year, and as soon as you hit that front door, it's just like a wall of heat that just lays on you. It's different.
Yeah, so we didn't do a whole lot. Although John and I helped him trim a tree. And when I say trim, I mean they were completely out of control. So we got those cut back and killed some weeds for him. So I was outside a little bit, but for the most part, we just stayed in the house and played Wii bowling and Wii tennis and Wii golf, and did go out to eat. Had some good barbecue, some good Texas brisket. Ate at a good Mexican restaurant while we were there.
Yeah.
Good
now
deal.
You're talking.
Yeah, excellent. They had I don't know the name of it, but there's a great one in San Antonio. We went a couple of times to it. I mean, it is fantastic. I mean, it's actual authentic Mexican food. It was great, but I can't remember the name of it.
We actually decided to skip yard sales this weekend.
We did too.
And we ended up going to one just because it was up the road from our house, but we didn't go till 9:30. And usually we're out the door by 6:45, but we were like, well, this is just a waste of time. And we found a couple of things. So,
well, don't you find though those later yard sales, they're packing up anyway, and they're like, here, just take it. And you may find a little gem or two when you get in there a little bit late,
So we went to this one, and we overheard the lady say whatever doesn't sell is going to Goodwill, right? So we just started going through, and we're just grabbing some things. There was a vintage college crew neck and just a couple other things. And Lizzie found a Peruvian Connection. I don't know if you guys have heard of that brand before, but it's a pretty expensive, they do coats and things like that. It's a lot of wool and llama stuff. And so we just have this pile of stuff, and the lady's like, yeah, $5. And Lizzie listed that jacket for, I don't know what it was, $200.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually went to one yard sale while I was out walking one morning, and it was funny. I had on a Great Smoky Mountains shirt, and the lady goes, "Oh, is that the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee?" I could have said this something like, "Well, that's only one of 2 states where they are." I was like, "Yeah." I said, "I live in Knoxville." She goes, "Oh, we used to own." I can't remember the name of the theater. Well, actually, she pulled a koozie out. She goes, "You ever heard of this theater?" I'm like, "No, ma'am." And she goes, "We used to own that." So I guess they lived in Pigeon Forge, but they did not have any. I couldn't really buy too much anyway since I was coming back on the plane, but they really didn't have anything. So, but I did have a pretty good sourcing experience last week. My mom called me. I don't think it was Wednesday morning, maybe. It's either Wednesday morning or would have been Wednesday because I left for Houston on Thursday. And she goes, "Are you at home?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Can you be at our house in 10 minutes? I'm like, "Yeah." I said, and when they first said that, I thought, "Oh, Dad's, something's wrong with that or something's wrong with my mom." But I guess about a year ago, this lady had died in one of the apartments there, and all her stuff just got left. And her sister had finally gotten around to, I guess, deciding to do something. And her deciding to do something was basically called Junk Be Gone. So my mom said, "I saw Junk Be Gone in the back, so I walked down there to see what was going on. They were starting to haul stuff out." But, I asked the sister, she said, "Yeah, you can take anything you want that, they haven't taken yet." So I boogied over there, and I'm really not sure what all I got. I know I got 3 bins of Christmas ornaments, the Hallmark, still in the box. I'm sure they'd been used, but they'd put them back in the box. So I know that at least at the booth, those things move pretty well because I see people bring them up to the counter. Bunch of china. I mean, to be honest, I hadn't even had a chance to look at it because I left Thursday. So I mean, I was just grabbing boxes out of the closet that I figured worst case I'll take them to the dump or Goodwill if there's nothing in them. So I was just trying to get to things before junk be gone. It's kind of like when a tidal wave's behind you and you're trying to move stuff out of the way. And so I'm kind of excited about going through it to see what I actually got. But
well, you need to do an unboxing like Johnny did.
Yeah.
Johnny.
I've done those before. But yeah, kudos, shout out to my mom for giving me a call. So
thanks, man.
Yeah, Johnny did an unboxing with the 47 brand. Johnny, kind of, if you would, go in a little bit more detail about that, what you did with your unboxing.
Yeah, so as you guys know, I'm a little bit of a hat junkie, but I found out that 47 brand had sold to New Era. And so I guess that's supposed to take place. There you go.
I don't know what
I guess that's supposed to some kind of a catfish.
Catfish something, minor league baseball probably.
But so anyways, I have a lot of 47 brand points that I don't know what's like. I don't know if when New Era takes over, if 47 dissolves or they keep it going or whatever.
When did that sale take place? Do you know?
So it took place like a month or two ago, but it's not supposed to go through till the end of the year. And I don't know nothing may change or everything changes. I don't know. But either way, I had 988 points basically. And so I was like, well, I should probably use these before they expire or disappear or whatever it is. And so I was going through and looking, and there wasn't really anything I wanted. So I was like, you know what would be cool is if I just order their mystery stuff. So it's like their hats, their t-shirts, whatever it is, but they're half off. And the caveat is you don't know what's coming to you. So I just went and ordered 5 hats and a t-shirt. And then instead of just opening it, originally I was going to make it a short. And I was like, well, I could probably do this long enough to make a full-length video out of it. And the last YouTube video we put out didn't do too well. So I was like, I wasn't expecting this one to do well. So I was like, if they're added together, it would be like one good video. So I just threw that out on Sunday and just opened it while I basically opened it while I was recording.
Yeah, I watched your video. I sent you saying, "Hey, you need to go ahead and send me one of those."
It was weird though. Like I had anxiety. Like you didn't know what it was going to be.
Now, a couple of those you received are. You want to talk about those that you really you liked?
Yeah, like I'm a sucker for defunct teams. So the first hat that I got was a Montreal Expos hat that I thought was really cool. So I was like, my goal for this and to turn it into a reselling thing and not just making content is like, I want to sell these. But I was like, if I get 6 items, can keep 1 and sell the rest, like I'll be pretty happy.
You're going to show us a couple of hats that you did on your unboxing, and you're actually going to put the video up of the unboxing on this channel so people can see it. Is that correct?
Yeah, the unboxing will go up. It's a mystery boxing. The brand again is 47, and you can order these now, and they're half off is what it is. And then you can actually sign up for free and become like a family member, like whatever it is, whatever their club is, and you get free shipping. So all together, this
now the box is half off, or every hat is half off, and how many?
So each item. So it's 1. Well, I ordered. So I ordered 2 strapbacks, 3 snapbacks, and a T-shirt. Okay. But you can order 1 if you wanted to. I just used my maximum points.
Gotcha. So you just said to send me 3 mystery snapbacks, 2 mystery whatever, and a mystery T-shirt.
Yep.
Cool.
And I did. So I was worried. I like the strapbacks better. I normally don't wear like my hat backwards. But I was worried that I was going to get like Kansas City Chief Super Bowl hats, like stuff they were just trying to clear out. Because a lot of stuff that I researched was like you just get like conference championship hats and everything that didn't sell. So
now if you end up with a Buffalo Bills world champions,
oh.
You've got something, my friend.
Yeah, I'll know I'm in heaven.
One of the ones that missed getting shipped to Africa, wherever they ship.
Johnny said, "I'll take one of those." There's 4 years, 90 to 94.
That's right. I'll take all those mistakes. Okay. Right. So this first one up, this one I was excited about. So this is it's like a brown and then it's like a bluish gray.
Mm-hmm.
But these are the strap backs. They call them the cleanups. So this was the first hat that I pulled out. So I was super excited. And then the second hat I pulled out was also the Expos. And so then I was like, really? Like two?
So quick question on those, Johnny. Those are new hats, so they're not like from when the Expos were actually a team.
No, these are modern.
Okay. Well, I mean, it hadn't been that long since the Expos were a team, but they're not from the vintage of when the Expos were still around.
Okay. So one thing with 47 brand is if you are ever out looking at hats and you see Twins Enterprise became 47 brand. So anything vintage from 47 brand would actually say Twins Enterprise. Yeah, I was pretty excited, but I just didn't need two Expo hats. So I'm going to keep one. And then I listed this one, I think for like 25. It's on the website for 36. So they'll probably sit for a while.
It's a good looking hat though.
But then I did get little LSU Tigers and then Red Sox hat.
You didn't care for that one.
I didn't care for that one, but I thought this Atlanta one was pretty cool.
Yeah.
With the like Hank Aaron A on it.
Yeah.
So all in all, it went pretty well.
Johnny, if you would, let's talk about our episode from last week. How do you think that went with our consignment chat ladies?
I can't believe I have a neighbor.
What about
that? That was so weird.
Have you gone and looked in their windows yet?
I was like, hello.
Well, you can just say, hey, I'll meet you over at Walmart. Let's walk over there.
That's right. That was crazy.
Stewart, how do you think it went with the consignment chat ladies last week?
I think it went really well. I mean, it was fun, and hopefully they enjoyed being on the show. I think they did. We definitely enjoyed having them. So, yeah, make sure everybody go back and watch that episode if you missed it. It was definitely a good time. They they brought a lot of energy to the show. So,
well, they were discussing about how we're going to come onto their show and let them ask us questions, because I have a funny feeling they got some things they want to ask us about. Who knows what, but
I'm pretty sure they said, don't call us, we'll call you, but we'll see.
Well, when you're at the bottom, Johnny, you can just get on any show, wherever, however.
Their people get in touch with our people.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we're shooting to have another guest here in the next couple of weeks. I'm not exactly sure when we'll be able to arrange that, but we'll be returning the favor to the $1 Million Peddlers.
On the estate sale, they had this one room down below the stairs. We were downstairs, and there was just boxes upon boxes upon boxes, and he was just chucking them. And I'm not sure really what he was looking for, but all he did was make a mess. There was nothing in the boxes. I mean, he was just dead set on trying to find something. And one of the ladies come down the steps and she goes, sir, those are the things that we unloaded. Everything's in the house. So, I mean, he had them everywhere, but he did not put them back. He walked up the stairs and left.
Of course.
So give us resellers a bad name. So, I mean,
we had a guy at the bins that did that.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing how many, well, I won't say how many. I don't want to make it sound like most people you meet at yard sales, but I mean, there are certain people, I mean, who are just like rude. They leave a mess of, looking through stuff. And I just don't know why people got to be like that.
Well, how they when you stand there and they roll the bins in and out. When I went on the beach trip to Panama City, there was a sweet little old lady beside me, and she said, "Sir, what are you looking for when they roll these things out?" I said, "I don't know. Who knows?" So they come rolling them up, and, everybody's going to wait. We're standing there waiting. She goes, "What are you looking at?" I said, "I think I want those pair of glasses right there." She goes, "Okay." She goes, "You get those glasses." I said, what would you like to have?" And it was some sort of little, I don't know if it was like a piece of pottery or something. I don't know. It had flowers on it. And she said, "Oh, I would love to have that, but I can't reach it." I said, "I got you." my wingspan's 7'2", so I'm just reaching all the way across. When they said go, and I handed it to her, but the glasses I had were missing a lens, so I didn't fare too well. But that's what you get when you go to the bins, right?
That's right. That's right. So, like, Stewart, what do you see? We're talking about like etiquette at things. You have booths, and I'm sure that like your stuff ends up at like other people's booths and like just all the hell.
Oh yeah. I mean, first off, you'll find everybody else's stuff in your booth and, vice versa. And then like I saw a lot of records at one of my booths, and it's amazing how much people can destroy. Mine are on a wicker shelf, and they're not alphabetized or anything, so it doesn't really matter if people get things out of order. But it looks like a hurricane comes through if I'm not there for a couple of days. And but yeah, just in like today, I went and I had a bunch of these 1950s gossip magazines that I'd been selling. I know when you look through them that they're going to maybe get a little like, I don't know, floppy jawed, but they were just like, they were some laying here and like they were kind of sideways, so they were all like crinkled up. And I'm like, just don't act like take a little care when you look at stuff. But yeah, I don't know, some people, my best example of this is there was a yard sale and that I went to. It's been several years ago now, and my wife and I still just call it the yard sale because it was incredible. But this person had been a hoarder. This person's husband had been a hoarder, and so the garage was just like packed through. There was hardly a little path through, but me and another guy were the first two there, and we were trying to be careful looking through stuff. But then after the masses showed up, you were hearing stuff breaking everywhere, and just people flinging stuff. And me and the other guy actually came back later in the day and towards the end to see if anything was left. And it just funny, both of us showed up and we actually helped her like straighten up the garage because it was just, people are just rude, I guess. But
I always feel bad when there's like estate sales, but like there's family there at it. And you just imagine like, if you have memories in that house or whatever it is, and you just watch people go animal through all this stuff, it's got to be like just terrible.
That to me is the worst part of it, because these people, like you said, Johnny, they're looking at their memories, and for whatever reason they're selling them off, but still, I'm sure it's not a pleasant experience.
Although I would guess in most cases, estate sale companies, if it's a company run one, they probably encourage family members not to come, but
not to go.
Yeah. But I definitely have been to ones that you can tell they're being run by the family members. It's not like officially an estate sale company sale. And although, I've had the last one of those I went to, and it's only been a month or two ago, the wife, I guess the person who lived in the house was there, her husband, and died, and I ended up talking to her, and she was walking me all over the house, like telling me about this and telling me about that, and so that was kind of cool, and it was probably therapeutic for her to be able to, I guess, relive those memories. And I ended up buying a bunch of like the state collectible plates that I like to sell from her, and she's the one, and she gave me like a whole matchbook collection. Just gave it to me. There were literally probably 5,000 matches. So in it. And I ended up taking those to the local auction house because they all still had the matches in it, and they're kind of a pain to ship. You have to mark them flammable and mark them hazardous and all that. So, but yeah, I always think if you treat people right, that kind of stuff comes back to you the same way if you treat people bad, it comes back to you in a different way. So,
well, the best thing is leave it better than you found it. It's a great way to do business, like you said, Stewart. You want to do good business, not bad business. Always leave it better than you found it.
That was like, I don't know if you saw it. There was that video. I think it was may have been a Baylor basketball player. I think it was Baylor who, like after the game, he came back out and noticed the mess was around his bench, and he was like cleaning it all up, just him by himself. And I don't guess anybody told him to, but yeah, that and it went viral for all the right reasons.
That's a kid that's been taught right. That's a good kid. I like to hear stories like that. Well, that is all the time we have this evening.
Yeah, like I said earlier, just a big thanks to everybody who subscribed and commented and liked the videos. You keep doing that, we'll keep making content. And if you haven't subscribed yet, if you feel so moved, please do that. And we will see you next time.
And we'll, like you said, we'll give those shout outs if you leave us a comment. So, gentlemen, have a great week of reselling, and we'll talk soon.
Sounds good.